7 hills in Florida's capital city, covering every corner of the Big Bend. This is the award-winning News 20 at 5 Live.
Former Republican turned Democrat Governor Charlie Crist and Republican Governor Rick Scott are going toe-to-toe in the second round of 3 debates tonight. Welcome to News 20 at 5. I'm Donovan Long.
And I'm Gabrielle Dawkins. The debate is being hosted by Leadership Florida and the Florida Press Association. It will play a key role ahead of the November 4th election. The debate starts at 7 on the campus of Broward College in Fort Lauderdale, and it will be televised live statewide. CNN will host the final debate in Jacksonville on October 21st.
And big news for the Tallahassee Regional Airport. The airport is currently seeking international status, which would mean flights to countries outside the U.S. could carry. The aviation airport says it was both the city and members of the Tallahassee community who came up with the idea to change the status of the airport.
Well, I think it first came out of the Blueprint 2020 Sales Tax Initiative program. So I would say as part of the commissioners, city management, and also the residents have decided that Tallahassee should move forward and transition from a regional to international status.
But the airport status won't change overnight. Actually, Curry says the transition won't take place until December.
Star Metro has found a way to give back to those who fought for our country. The pilot program will allow low-income and homeless veterans to ride the city buses for free. Veteran Service Agency, city commissioners, and Tallahassee Mayor John Marks came up with the idea for the program. Ivan Maldonado, the director of Star Metro, says the program will benefit veterans greatly.
This is a pilot project intended to provide transportation to veterans that are considered to be low income, that may lack transportation to go to veterans appointments, to go to employment and any other activities that they may need transportation for.
The program will run for 6 months before city commissioners decide if it will become permanent. For more information about the program, call Star Metro at 850-891-5200.
And Florida colleges and universities have varying policies on sexual assault. But what is Florida State University doing to make students safe? Multimedia journalist Asia Johnson has the story.
The National Institute of Justice says between 20 and 25% of college women will be sexually assaulted. Florida State launched its No More campaign to promote direct consent for sex, bystander intervention, and survivor support. Assistant Director of Health Promotion Rose Reside tells us more.
Again, having that focus on consent, being asking the question of a capable person with adequate disclosure and without coercion. So you see some of that material here. We also have a lot of peer initiatives or peer involvement spaces on campus.
The Huffington Post says Florida State is one of 76 universities being investigated by the U.S. Department of Education for its handling of sexual assault cases.
I'm standing below the intersection of Pensacola and Stadium on a path that some FSU students have historically referred to as the Rape Trail. Although Florida State University has installed floodlights, security cameras, and emergency call buttons, the path can still be considered dangerous.
Walkers and joggers can be seen using the trail from sunup to sundown. Some people who use the trail know its reputation but choose to ignore it. Hospitality student Mo Lee explains.
This tunnel is called the Rape Tunnel, and there's the Rape Trail up there because it's dark, it's gloomy, and people think of it as unsafe.
The investigation is a result of FSU quarterback Jameis Winston being accused of rape back in 2012. Because of FSU's new sexual assault policy, Winston is set to appear at a conduct hearing related to the incident. For News 20 at 5, I'm Asia Johnson.
The Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights Investigation of Florida State opened in April 2013 and is ongoing.
Florida State University quarterback Jameis Winston's attorney is challenging the university's plans to hold disciplinary hearing after 2 years of the alleged sexual assault case. Attorney David Cornwell sent the FSU General Counsel a letter saying how the hearing ignores the university's sexual harassment policy. FSU coach Jimbo Fisher says he is not concerned with Winston losing game time.
I know the facts of the case. The facts haven't changed in the case. We know the report. We know everything that's out there. There's nothing new that's being out there. We've been through this.
The university is advising Winston to schedule an information hearing by Friday so he could be explained his rights and how the hearing will proceed.
And switching gears to the president of Florida State University's Board of Trustees will vote on a 5-year contract with President-elect John Thrasher on Monday. The contract says Thrasher will begin working on November 10th. His salary is set at an estimate of $400,000. The University of Florida is getting a new commander-in-chief today. The Board of Trustees named Cornell University's Provost Kent Fox as the 12th president. During his public interview with the board today, Fox stressed the importance of fundraising as an integral task for the university. UF is offering him between $900,000 and $1 million per year in total compensation. A final contract is being negotiated with Fox.
The Health Day News says pregnant women must be aware about what they eat. Multimedia journalist Brittany Collins has the story on the risk of diabetes in pregnancies regarding food.
When pregnant, it's natural for women to have cravings, but they must make sure they reduce the amount of fried food they eat. The Health Day News Service says fried foods are linked to the risk of gestational diabetes. Jamisha Williams found it hard to eat healthy when she was pregnant.
I can't have a bag of chips because that's definitely fried. I want French fries, but those are fried. And so it is difficult because a lot of the crunchiness comes from fried food. So you have to work your way around that.
Diabetes that develops during pregnancies is called gestational diabetes. And this risk doubles in pregnant women who eat 7 or more servings of fried food weekly. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says gestational diabetes for most women will go away after giving birth, but it is still important for women to stay away from fried foods like these chicken nuggets. And if the diabetes doesn't go away after birth, then the gestational diabetes turns into type 2 diabetes. Gynecologist and obstetrician Dr. A.J. Brickler at North Florida Women's Care advises women to plan their pregnancy.
So you're already on an exercise regimen, your diet is under control, your weight is optimal.
Until researchers find out how fried foods increase the risk of gestational diabetes, it's best for expecting mothers to stay away from these types of foods. For News 20 at 5, I'm Brittany Collins.
For more updates on gestational diabetes, go to diabetes.org.
Well, winter is just around the corner, so you may need something to keep you warm. The 33rd Annual Capital City Quilt Show is in full swing, with this year's theme being Starry, Starry Night, held at the Museum of Florida History. Guests can come out and see the hundreds of quilts that line the walls as far as their eyes can see. Now, the exhibit allows visitors to view the quilts, participate in a silent auction, and even chat with a few of those who made the quilts. But if you want a quilt, you better hurry because the show ends Sunday, October 19th. It is also free and open to the public.
Well, the mission of our guild is to promote the art of quilting. Like a lot of other arts, through the years, people have lost contact with the craft, and we like to continue the craft and to promote its beauty and the technique.
Straight ahead on News 20 at 5, Second Harvest has come up with a way to combat hunger. We'll show you how they're doing that.
And also, and later, we'll give you an update on the latest with Ebola.
All that and more after the break. Stay tuned. You're watching News 20 at 5.